Hello, and welcome to the Base, Big and Small Screens. Today I'd like to talk to you about Crank, a Jason Statham movie starring Jason Statham, naturally, and Amy Smart, as well as Dwight Yoakam, interestingly enough. Now, this movie has been out for quite a while, and it is one of those movies that is really, it is nothing more than an action movie. It is an excuse for Jason Statham to kick ass, drive cars fast, and basically look awesome doing it. It's basically what it is. It's a vehicle. The movie is a vehicle for Jason Statham, and as we've seen from the transporter, Jason Statham is really good in vehicles. It's logic, but it is a good movie despite all of the uh, all of the hate that sometimes gets tossed upon it for being nothing but a silly popcorn flick. Now, I like movies that make me think. I like movies with good, meaty stories. I like movies that are cool adaptations, like the Marvel Universe, that is constantly building upon itself with more and more nuance and whatnot. I like all of those things. But I do like a good popcorn flick now and then. And Crank is one of those that I have enjoyed. And I've even enjoyed the sequel, which had a hallucinogenic kaiju fight in it for no reason that I can discern. Absolutely off the wall, the sequel, but I'm talking about the first one. Now, the first one is all about uh, our good man here, Chev Chelios, and he has an hour to live because he gets injected with some sort of chemical cocktail that's going to stop his heart. So he needs to keep his heart going by whatever means necessary. Um, so he's only got that hour to live and get revenge against the people that did this to him. But in order to do so, he needs to keep his adrenaline up. He needs to keep moving. So hence why a lot of the movie is him engaging in very fast and furious things. He's driving really fast. He's fighting people to get that fight or flight reflex going. He's literally injecting himself with synthetic adrenaline to get his heart moving. Because if his heart slows down too much, he will die. So the entire movie is basically him going through this rampage across the city, uh, kicking ass and taking names, while kind of um, trying to not let his girlfriend, fiance know that he's dying, which doesn't really work out for him. Uh, his doctor friend, who kind of sets up the premise of everything, is Dwight Yoakam, who is fantastic in this movie as a supporting character. Uh, and it's just a fun little movie. Um, there's lots of amusing comedic moments with everything that's going on there. Um, he, uh, I'm not going to spoil some of the fun scenes that happen in here because if you haven't seen the movie, it's worth checking out for those alone. But it is good for what it does. Who else is in this? Let me think here. Jose Pablo Cantillo, Efren Ramirez. I believe those are a couple of the bad guys who have injected him with that cocktail. He just, it goes um, absolutely balls to the wall craziness. The sequel's even worse in terms of that craziness, but the original is really quite good in terms of an action movie. I enjoyed it in the theaters. I enjoyed watching it again on DVD. And it's just a nice, fun action movie. It's not something you need to think too much about because the plot is practically pulled from the 90s in terms of, bare bones excuses for a whole bunch of action scenes to happen. Is basically all it is. But it doesn't need to be anything more than that, and it doesn't try to be anything more than that. It knows that what it's got for a premise is not going to hold up no matter how much spackle and paint and everything you put on it. They knew that right from the start. So they didn't try for that. What they tried to do is to make a wonderful spectacle that you would enjoy watching. Um, that's got just enough meat on the bones to satisfy, and that's what this does. That's what this gives you. So, I mean, it says right here on the front, an adrenaline-fueled thrill ride. That's what the movie is. It is exactly what is offered. So, is it great? Is it fantastic cinema? No, no, it's not. But it is a good movie. It is one that I think some people out there may enjoy if you haven't seen it already. So, that's going to be it for this episode because there's not a whole lot to say about Crank that I haven't already said. So thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please give that like button a tap. Give that subscribe button a tap as well if you haven't already, so you can be kept apprised of when I do new videos. And throw a comment in the comment section. What do you think of Crank or Crank 2, the sequel? What did you think about Jason Statham as an action character, as a Jason Statham movie, of which there have been many since this one came out? Uh, I liked it. It was good. But throw those comments in the comment section. Let's get a discussion going. Uh, I'd love to talk to some people about the things that I love. So do all that. And until next time, check out Crank because you might like it. And I'll see you next time.